Hello to the black screen. Welcome to the black screen. Wargame. There we go. There we go. How's everyone doing? I will not play any kind of, most likely not play any kind of copyrighted music, considering what happened to Putin yesterday on stream. So I will not cut to metal, if that's what you mean. Why would you use Artie? Play for Norad? I don't know. We'll play Eastern Bloc for starters, and then we will see. No. Start with this one. Bit more chilly. Play uses R2. Maybe. Okay. While we are searching, right? Let's take a look at my uses R 1 versus 1 deck. I'm not saying it's like perfect by any means, but I'm just thinking. I don't know what that Russian word means. Bastard. Bustard. Maybe I should cut this BMP2, but what else would I use? I could spam like Modus Reg in the BTR or something. It's kind of memey, but I'm not sure how good it is. Or in the BTR 90 if I want like, I wouldn't say cheap, but affordable BTR 90, but it's 10 points more, it's quite a lot. I know I have no healers in my infantry tab, I have the MTV here, that's hopefully enough. Hold up. Fine, I'll use Google Translator if you don't want to tell me. And hope this... Oh shit, it doesn't really... Fine, I'll let someone translate it. I could maybe just cut to 2 cards of CVs if I want to use the UAZ. Of course the Aquila is kind of memey, I don't really need the Aquila, but if I cut it I get 2 more points, it's not like I can use it anywhere. Oh, Putin rocks. I know, but it's just the Aquila. It's, you know, a cooler helicopter. Kill me. It has a special place in my heart, and that place is hatred. You know, when I was even more of a scrub than I am today, and played a lot of West Germany National, the OP KA50 and KA52 combo was my doom in the very, very early days of Red Dragon in 2014. Also, by the way, can someone tell me why this star here, right, is a bit lower than this star there? You know, if I go like side by side, you can see. Is there an explanation for that? Also, there are more yellow dots on that side and on the other side. There's no yellow triangle here. What is this? Or did I... or is this a custom skin? I don't even know. There are some custom skins that I've installed. I think this is also a custom skin that I don't even remember that I sometimes don't remember if that's a custom skin or not. I think those are not. But this one certainly is. This also is not a custom skin. These are definitely not custom skins. K50? I don't know. Given the fact that there is the 00 on this thumbnail unit card, I think it's not. I have some custom skins for the 27M. That's the custom skin. PU uses it. Oh yeah, those use the same skin. I think this is not a custom skin though. What would I replace those with? I'm kind of considering just the BTR 80s because ideally I'd like some 20-point shocks or something, you know, because monostrike are just a bit too slow and inflexible, but Morskayas are just a bit too expensive for that. I mean, I kind of have a Spitzer Screw, but it's 60 points a pop, right? Look, I am searching ranked, okay? Oh, sneak peek, deck game 3. Video tomorrow. Oh, actually I have an idea. I know what deck I'll play. I'll play a different deck. Ha! I haven't played this deck. Haha! I completely forgot that I built this. I won't show this off just yet, but I mean you can already guess what's in there. It's full, okay. I wanted to try this deck out. It's not a very strong deck, but it might be a fun deck. A fun little deck. Anyways. Someone asked me to play USSR and I said okay, maybe later, and now I'm gonna take a look at the USSR deck that I have. I'm not imitating Putin. Idiot, I don't need to. I wrecked his fucking blue mech deck with Eastern Bloc yesterday, okay? I think I can definitely skip those BMP2s though. I have the T-72B if I want the 80 GMs. I did like the Morskaya Pehota in the BTR-80. I did like that card in the past, and I know Putin doesn't like it, but I'm not Putin. I could also run the Factoria and the MTV, but while I did start to use helicopters more heavily, especially in my Eastern Bloc decks, I'm not that far yet, okay? Well, someone's a bit salty about those Lekka Perota. So salty he can't even write them properly. Putin is off. Come back, you coward. Oh wow. I remember, I built this deck when I thought that US in ranked was pretty bad. And I kept the name ever since. Lul. Oh, let's see. I might have I guess I did kind of adjust it for one versus one purposes, but you can still see MBT 70 is kind of outdated. Since people just use the M1 Abrams. Stinger Nahami is something sort of odd. Why do you always have nightmares about Wargame? Also come back, Putin, and face me, you coward. You killed this deck? What? Also gotta have a blue eagle in every US deck name. It's mandatory. Oh, I have Karagod's deck here. The Putin's deck without Factoria plus MS-17 equals dead deck. Fitting for a dead game, I suppose. Who are these? What is Bao? Bao is playing? Bao? I will not give you back your wrench. Come on, Putin. Come and play me. Nobody else is king ranked, apparently. No, do it now. I'm queuing up with the bad deck anyways, Putin. We can get some free Elo. I can't delete decks. I have Blue Dragon's armored for. Oh, I think it's because of the M41s. That's why I built this deck. M41s and K200 spam. Could also take this out later on and give it a try. Well, K200. Hello, are you okay, Mike? The only quote-unquote bad thing about K200s is that one of... Oh no, I don't know if it did. Maybe it does have a turret, a K200, but the M60. The K200 is fine. What the fuck are you on about? What do you think is the most meta blue for deck? For 1 versus 1s, I would say blue mech. I would say blue mech has the edge over Eurocore. It's a lot more well-rounded, even though it's a specialized deck. It kills half my service. Ah, I see. Yeah, you do have lower availability. Quite a bit lower. Jesus. I still think it's worth it though. Because the KM113 does not have 2 front armor. Plus you also have this. You always have the Sochungs to fall back on. And I should also definitely down with them. That abomination of a deck? What? This deck? Oh, you mean blue mag? Okay, I was confused there for a second. What about red 4? Baltic front. I can delete my black tournament decks. Where's my Baltic front deck? Baltic front just has everything. You have spam infantry, you have ATGMs, you have strong AA, you have good tanks, you have whatever you want to call Erikois, and you have the fucking KT, dude. You have to. This is probably the most. You know what? You know what? Before I forget. I used to be in a camp saying, "Oh, that you know, that's strong, but not ridiculous. Like not ridiculous, but it's strong, but managed. But no, this card here. This is disgusting. I used to be like, and then there are others. I think it's Tortik. I don't know if he still thinks that, but who's like, Yakari in KTs are bad, and that's just no. Is he playing? What's You started playing Wargame a lot recently. Yeah, Baltic Front is just kind of, you know, there in some games there's stuff that's easy mode, but once you become more skilled, it is more easily dealt with. Like, say in fighting games, using certain strategies or spamming certain moves that work really well at lower levels and just, you know, fuck people at low levels, right? That's kind of what Baltic Front is, except Baltic Front is strong both in in low skill gameplay as well as high skill gameplay. It's basically strong everywhere. That's the ridiculous thing about it. Why not run both balanced? Why not both? What about Israel memes? Israel... thing about Israel is it does have certain weaknesses that can be exploited. These weaknesses are a lot less present in team games. But the big thing about Israel is that when Israel is winning, it's in a way that is very frustrating. I mean, losing is always often frustrating in a way, but Israel is possibly the most frustrating deck to lose against, especially if they can make use of Kurnas, Maglans, Merkava 2As, you know. So it is very strong in 1 versus 1s, but it's just that for me, and I would assume many others as well, for one, playing as it as well as playing against it is just frustrating and quote unquote dirty. Even if it isn't, especially in 1 versus 1, as strong as the top tier decks. It is still very strong. Honestly, I might play it a bit more just to remind people how strong it can be in 1 versus 1s. I think most people just don't like its quote unquote dirtiness. And again, it does have certain weaknesses that are kind of exploitable in the 1 versus 1s. So that's maybe also why some people, or many people, don't play it so much. But it is still a very, very formidable deck. And the Maglans are probably the biggest meme of this deck. Oops. Recon infantry that's very fast, has very good stealth, and a fucking 80 gem while being elite with primary and MG. At 5 HP, sure, you will lose against other elite infantry. However, if you're sitting in a building and the enemy... Okay, let me put it this way. What is one of... like, let's just assume one building and there's one 80 gem squad sitting there. And any 80 gem squad that isn't Maglan. What's one of the easiest way to counter it? You just move up with some OK infantry because they are 2 HP and they're regular. So they won't deal a lot of damage and they don't have a lot of HP. The problem with Maglan is, among many other problems, or one of the problems, you can't do that. Any infantry walking up, unless you like outnumbering them 4-1 or something, any infantry walking up to the Maglans will just get murdered. Because even though they're only 5 HP, they have the same DPS as if they were 10 HP, and on top of that they have the best MG, or second best MG to come with that. I think on Elite MG3 might be better than Minimi, which this is a clone of, the Negev. So, yeah, that's one of the issues. What are North Korean strengths? They don't have... Oh, dude, we can't find a game today, can we? Putin, please. Smoke to defeat Maglan? Yes and no. However, again, you still can't really... for one, you still can't move infantry up because there's still gonna be a gap, even though you're moving through smoke where you have to cross the open. But even then, the other thing with Maglan is they're elite, meaning they're fast, so they can also technically just move out to the side, and since they're so fast, it doesn't take a lot of time and then snipe stuff. So, I mean, yeah, smoke always kind of defeats ATGMs, but the other thing is also just, okay, that is one issue where Maglans are strong, right? What do you do against Maglans who, due to their speed and stealth, just sneak around the map and with their optics spot your units and just sideshow them and whatnot, right? And yeah, North Korea has no specific strengths really. Like no TAM strength. They have some decent or some very good AA units, but yeah. Laser guide bombs have special properties. Yes. Effectively, think of them as 80 gems, but instead of AP they deal HE. And if they hit a unit directly, they hit the top armor. The top armor of a tank or vehicle. Right. We're playing Entente Modo, so this could be an interesting match. Shanxi are better because they have a better 5-pointer. Their 5-pointer has not only 2 front armor, but it also has 2 side armor with the one by the Bojangsu of the Bojangsu doesn't. Plus, it is amphibious and faster. We're playing against Balanced, by the way. Yeah, this is a deck that I haven't played ever since they removed the M84AN from the Recon tab, which I'm very sad about. You might say, yeah, it deserved, but no, this deck was fine. Even though, yeah, the M84AN is kind of broken, but that doesn't make this deck broken. It's balanced. Okay, what's our plan? We have the Plamen, by the way. I think we're gonna go hard on Boris. See, it is balanced. We want to go Boris. He's playing red 4 as well, I just realized, so could be interesting. Balance, get out of chat and stop stream sniping. Let's get a gamma. What's our CVs? Okay. See, it's balanced. Let's get some drugs. We don't have the Greyhound in this deck. That's actually a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's get some Bragas. They're not amazing, but like maybe they can slow him down whatever he has in terms of wheels there. I don't like them, but that's what we got. Let's get a wheels polo, the small polo. Small brother. Can we get this like in here? Sure, let's this is like one of the few exceptional optics units that I think are decent. He's playing red 4. If I had to guess, I don't think he would play DLC. So maybe he's playing something like Eastern Bloc Moto or East Germany or something. He sometimes likes to play weird decks. Isn't that exceptional optics unit bugged? Wait, is it? Would be the first time that I heard about, unless you mean that it can fire autocannon and missile at the same time, which I believe it can, but it has less range compared to other ground exceptional optics units. Oh no. Hold up. I can look it up. Let me quickly look it up. Please don't say me this. Please don't tell me it's true. It's still an okay unit, I think, unless it has like worse optics and very good optics, but I think it's alright. Like if you compare this to the other exceptional ground recons, I think the BRM 1K it's 50 points, right? For 10 points more you get an okay autocannon and an okay ATGMs, a decent autocannon, but you lack ammo. So you already have like 2 decent weapons. Okay, it's called IBV. You won't see this on screen, but you'll just have to believe me here. Versus the BRM 1K, which is 50 points. So for 10 points more, you actually get decent weaponry. Okay, Recon. No, the ground optics seem to be just fine. They seem to be just fine. Okay, so we have some infantry for the town. The tanks are gonna be our biggest weakness, but I mean the Igman isn't too bad, but not too ideal either. Let's get some easy Vidyachas here. We don't want to lose feeder, so we actually want to get some stuff for there. Maybe above as well. Play it safe. Let's get a drug. Hope we can move it immediately and after we get the town. It's got like a 1 Eggman just to have a tank. Then some more Visatkari. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's just see if it works out. Hey Dirty, what's up? Okay. Want you in there, want you in here, you in there, you in there, you here, you in the back for now. Here, move this way. Praga, just rush through. Polo, I think we can maybe move here, there's some line of sight. Tap, you all move in there. Eggman, let's move you down there. OT-64s for now through this forest. MI-17 and ooh, you're snipper teams. I forgot about you. I don't want you to be... Oh, he's playing Red Dragons. Okay, he is something... Well, I wouldn't say Mimi, but... Ogama, please. Ah, shit. Ripperoni. Oh, did he crit me or did I miss that he fired before? He is slower than me. I lost line of sight. What a joke. That's an MI1. Oh, these Pragas are not driving the same way that the tabs are. It's could be a bit annoying. We want to keep those tab 71s alive. They have only 1 front armor, but they have 20% base accuracy. Okay, no, my shit is dead here. Ooh, maybe not, maybe not. The buildings are blocking line of sight at the moment. And I don't have any mortars, which is great. Come on, Rancy, please move in there. Come on, my dude guy. You missed 2 shots, or 1 shot already, I think. Nice. You have to reload after 2 shots. Okay, now we know. Hey, maybe we can actually salvage you. It's just a bombing train. Oh shit. Please, please hit. Okay, now move, now move. You're out of ammo? And you're dead. Let's get a pram. Some of you survived, luckily. Let's get those. Why did I tell you to move back? Get those tab 71s. No plamens. I have plamens. I have plamens. Chill, Putin. Putin. Chill, Dirty. Chill. Is he playing Moto himself? This might be Moto. Because if so, it's very, very cool. Alright. Given that he's playing a trash deck, well, I wouldn't say that my deck is trash, but he's not playing a very strong deck himself. If he is indeed playing Moto, which it seems to be, but I can't take this veterancy at face value since they all killed some units and whatnot, but they're also on this veterancy, so unless he upvotes some, seems to be Moto. Let's get a hint. A hint? No, we get a I can't let this bomber. You know what? Let's go very heavy and get 3 AKs. It might be stronger. This hurts a lot. This hurts quite a bit. Let's get a supply truck here. Rasmus gets her, come on. HQ7. And he has man pets in the town. Actually kill those citizens. You might. Yeah, those tab 71s are anything but useless. That's the mortar, that's our HE slinger. Yeah, there's the J7s again. How do we want to assault the town? You know what? We will buy, and when we have 180 points, we will buy 2 Plemons. Just so we can make Dirty D happy. Also, we should also use our mortar more offensively. Ooh, this is bad. But the Conquer's M, no! Come on, getting covered. You have poor optics. Oh, he can still spot us, it's bad. Not anymore. That's a Gazelle hot? Yeah. What are you doing? No, I lost my tab 71s here. Okay, that's dead. You know what, we should split you up. He might have spotted them and if he bombs the whole blob, then... not ammo. Let's get some OT-64s with some V-Satkari. Get another supply truck, move you a bit up so we can resupply this as well. Move you closer to the edge. They could just kill something. Just a... Oh, it's a BTR 40 transport, I believe. I think that's BTR 40, so there's a good chance he has Liren sneaking around. Get like you here. It's not perfect, but it's at least something. Okay, he's using the chase 7s here. I'm fine with that. What separates top tier players like you, putting Greyhound and mid-tier players? Micro strategy, knowing the map, units, mechanics, all of the above. All of the above. Honestly. In certain aspects, something more, something less. Like I probably understand the mechanics and hidden stats, etc. the best out of all the top tier players, I'd say. Generally, of course, top tier players understand, but it's not necessarily a requirement. It helps in order to be a quote-unquote top tier player, but it's stuff like that is not a necessity. However, decision making is obviously a big deal. Knowing and like by not just reacting to what you see, but also to what you not see, if that makes any sense, right? As in, like, trying to understand by what you see, like understanding what the opponent has on the rest of the map. You know, that's also of course based on who you're playing against. Do you know who you are playing against? Do you know their playstyle? How well do you know the map? How well do you know the angles? How well do you know when you expect your opponent's units? You know, if you fast move at the same time, etc., etc. Which is kind of ironic given the fact that my weird push into the town just completely failed due to timing. Like Balance said, knowing yeah, what to buy and what you need to do to come back and win. It's just all very broad because there's no really specific... He's bombing again. Let's buy another 2 Ozas here. Okay, that worked out. For me, kind of. Like one of you... Get like one of you in here. Those are flamethrowers. That's a J7. That J7. Right, our plan will be now to smoke this off to make Dirty happy and then move in with Isatkari. Hopefully fuck him up. It's like how a missile knows where it is by subtracting where it is by where it isn't. So good. Oh, I lost my T-55A. I think it's a sneaky breaky scout in there. Let's also get another one here. Having exceptional optics can, of course, be kind of nice. I think these NASCARs could also be very nice here. Do we have any good bombers, actually? We have to... we don't have G bombers, though. Ah, he killed my... stupid stealth tank. Honestly, the stealth tank might really fuck me up here. Put my OT-64s into the side. I don't want that. I think we need... I want some good tanks here. That's what I want. Yeah, the timing here is far from perfect, of course. Get like one of you here. Let's get a Polo here, just because we can. OT-64, come on. Oh, you missed. I lost one here as well. Fuck. The BM-24. And Legion 90. Oof. There's the J7s. Oh, this is CTZ actually. Did I already tell you to move? Let's stop. Oh, you're stuck in the mud, of course. Oh my god. Yeah, you're dead. Ah, I do not like this. But let's just keep plummeting for now. And let's get some recon going. He's moving up to HQ7 and the TY90. Right, you we can kill. The one shot. Or not. MI6? Who is this? This is Balance we're playing against. You can already tell you to fire again. By the time you actually finished reloading, you have enough rockets in there. So that is a L. Let's get a CV so we can stop the bleed. Let's take this game slowly. CDCs. We probably should get some better AT. So let's get another Padobranzi 90 squad in here. The accuracy is really questionable. The nice thing about the Padobranzi 90, it'll one-shot any tank he has. Come on! I take everything back when I said I think this is actually a decent unit. Yeah, I hit once at least. I don't really have any spam units really, but we can maybe get something done with the Pragas. So let's resupply you. Let's doing this again. Oh, we killed my Druk squad. And then Osa. That is annoying. Let's see if we can move you in here. I do not get money from YouTube Premium videos, no. Polo. One, please, Polo, please hit. Polo! Oh no! Polo, you were the chosen one. Oh, how fucking cheeky. But not all too unexpected. Get a hind over there. Get another Osa in mid. Is he bombing this? Really? Let's also get a buff here, otherwise the Gazelle Hot will just kill everything we have. That's not a CV, unless, yeah. Laman OP. Well, I mean, it actually is. How should we proceed here? Should we try to get the town? Or I think we should take it slowly, and before we get the town, get a CV into feeder. I think that's probably the best idea. Turn you off, you panicked. Not my Pragas. Turn you off as well for now. You can keep firing, Petrovich. It's a T190 still. Actually, I just wanted to use my Plamons for smoke. It's gonna we should use them. Maybe not so. Oh, what do we see here? Actually, no. Let's get the CV first on the left. Another Igman. Polo, we can turn you on again. Igman as well. Can we move you in here? You can. Very nice. Really like to get these in there. It was lucky. Stop it already. Okay, there's an infantry CV in the back there probably. Oh no, those are maybe from reservists actually. Yeah, maybe a space defense. Moved apartments 2 days ago and just got nice. Dude, moving is the fucking most annoying thing in the world. No. Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Oh, he actually has seed. Down with it, so he has another one. Oh, what a joke, dude. Ay. I see 100s, not something you see very often. Don't do this. Is that seed again? It's an ATGM plane. Yes, line of sight. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucking one shot. Oh, they're spotting me! Come on, drugs. Don't do anything, I suppose. Okay, I actually need to make like a move, and I think I need to now work on getting in there. No, they're not gonna be very strong. Let's get more Rutskapesh. It's possibly a CV, or maybe just reservists. But still there. Honestly, the Eggmans have been nice. Let's get these as well. What is a simp? Oh no. There's a seed. Hello? Can my ASF do anything, please? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Okay, well, like I said, we have to... Okay, let's move you up there. Smoke this off. Let's get you in here. Side shot this. No, you spotted. forgot I had you out there. Okay, MLR said literally nothing. Let's get one of you. Oh, let's get some more pigments. It's too many. It's too many bombers. Oh my god, no. No, I shouldn't have moved in. Let's go for the town next. Bombings again. Ace F, please, thank you. Just watch me get killed by this fucking... Oh, Legion, no, 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 no. Rebar, we have Rebar. Nobody of you will know what this means to me, let alone dirty. Oh, you're out of ammo. Wait, no, you're not. Ooh, this is gonna be deadly. The bombing! The bombers! The bombers! The fucking bombers! They're frustrating. That's the main strength of Red Dragon's China, it's a fucking chase 7 spam. Don't tell me you're Q-fying my Elsas. Holy shit. With the Prams, maybe we can. As fire support, we can make this work. My Ace F is so long on cooldown. It's not cool. No, I'm too late. See it again. I killed one seed. Yeah, that's what I mean with my proms here. No, you stay back there, you stay back there. J7! This fucking J7! There's a CV. Rip my Eggmans. Actually, they're fine, okay. My ASFs, please, they're very sick. Hello, can you get rid of those UAE? Sure, let's see what you have. Okay, let's move something with our Senke. Flammen. QW1. Danke, Shasha. Civi's probably like back there. You're out of missiles. Actually, let's see if we can kill you with. Get you back before we lose you. That's an ASF. Okay, we're fine. It's Q5. Some more. Yeah, let's get some more Eggmans. I don't want to get you to, yeah, perfect. Let's just keep the Sanke here as a distraction, maybe. You're spotted. Either you have such a loud noise, or he has a recon nearby. No, it's not bombed there. His ASF is probably ready by now, so if you get too close here. But we actually have to make a move, I think. So let's move you up. Yeah, that's his ASF. What is this minimum range on this Flammen? Christ. It's ridiculous, that unit. Then we have to get a CV next as well. Let's bomb this, likely where CV is. He's scared. Evac one of you, keep the other one out. Oh no 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 no. Honestly, no, let's get a CV first from it. It's more important, even if we lose the CV here. Let's just keep, honestly, keep you here just to spot the planes. That's all we need you right now for. And since the planes are obviously the weapons champ, no. Nice hit. Planes, J7s. I don't care. Kill the J7s. Or J7 singular. Sure. Okay, I guess I killed an ASF, but J7 was the important kill. We still have our plummets that we don't really make use of. Where's our AA? We don't have, literally don't have any AA. Let's tank the AA with you. Get a header. Now let's actually do make use of you. Oh, we actually do have a buff here. I forgot. Well, let's see if he needs to move in. We are actually running out of time here, yeah. Maybe the CV is back there. We can't have this SU-27 out there. You don't actually see anyone use it at oh wait, which unit? Okay. HQ7. Oh, you're reloading? No, you're not. Let's try to get a second bomber. Also some Legion there. It's HQ7, it's a Gazelle. I did manage to drop bombs with both, this one's damaged. CV, is it in there, in that little building? Oh, it's there. It's there! Oh my... What? Come on, MI35, please! MI35! Holy shit, this fucking Jeep CV! That should not have survived for this long. It is one of the most ridiculous CVs that I've ever witnessed. Holy fuck. I don't think we can move here. We have to hope that he misses. He didn't miss. It's still a +4 though. Which I'm not sure if it's enough. The CV is maybe like in there. It's like 3. I don't think it's enough. I think it's gonna be a draw. Right? I think. Oh no! I think no. I think I might have just enough for one. I think I might have just enough. Yeah. Jesus. I think it was like literally. I think 2 ticks. I think 254 was enough. It was like that's it's like the as as close to the last second victory as you can get most of the time. God, I played horribly. Jeez, that chase 7 spam really was a pain in the ass. That was the by far the biggest problem of this match. If you can't deal with that, then you're gonna have a tough time against. Oh, there was China Moto. Of course, I didn't realize. So we got another J7, 4 instead of 3. Not happy with Plowman usage. I should have used it more in the end. I stopped using it as aggressively because I didn't want to. I didn't want to run out of farm, but then I stopped and I didn't use it enough. I mean, I still won, but yeah. Let's actually take a closer look. Turuk. You Plowman QW1, QW1, HQ7. That it's so disappointing. I didn't expect a lot, but it was actually a lot worse, like quite a bit worse than I expected and hoped it to be. Polo killed the CTQ. Didn't even notice. Thank you, Dave. Dave the Bollikid, the Ballikid, whatever this means. Thank you. Balance got his ass kicked. I know, right? And the gems were very unlucky. I don't know. I think it's more the the PvP just being trash. Wait. Oh, it is okay. That's not the mortar. That's the direct fire support prime that killed the CV on the right. I did notice the MI6, yes. Supply helo. That CV. That's now in hindsight. If I had lost, it would have come down to that CV surviving for way too long than it had any right to. Hold up. Well, that was that deck. Okay, hold up. Where is it? First, I think we need a Greyhound. I think 12. I think we do want 12 and not just 8. I don't think 8 is enough. There's not really much. Could take like the Fagotters that Rook, something for like some very cheap 80 GMs. So instead of the Podo. Honestly, we have to use the Rakatash. I don't know why I didn't have it in before. Should have landed the MI35 and to pilot kill it. If only. Why is no one playing Spets on Screw anymore? What do you mean? People still use Spets on Screw. Very much. Okay, right, Putin. I'll be searching. Someone asked... Okay, Putin, stop looking now, please. Because I'm gonna select my deck. Alright. I'll be right back in just a... We immediately found a game. Anyways, I'll be right back anyways. Alright. We got Putin. And just quickly check something. Okay. Patty again. What do you mean, LOL? Alright. We're playing Soviets. I have no idea what he's playing. Why are we playing Soviets? Because someone asked me to. Let me just take a sip of some fresh, sparkling water. I don't think Putin will respond to you in chat. Okay, right. That was an infantry CV. What could he be playing? Maybe he's playing something fancy himself. Maybe he's playing something very tryhard. Or maybe something in between. I think... You know what? Let's try something out. Let's try something out. Am I gonna regret it? I don't know. Maybe. Will this work? We have the MTV4 here, and we have BTR90 with Guru and Congress M. We have a T72B4 here as well. And we have two BTR88s driving down here, and then the heavy force with VDV scratchets, T80s, and a BMPT on that side. Will this work out, or is this gonna be another 5-minute game versus Putin? Find out in the next episode. I have no idea other than scratches and a K52, but who cares? You're playing Soviets, you already regret this game. No, you're not wrong. Alright, let's just do this. Wow, so cocky. BTR idea, you're driving down there, you gonna load there. K52 here, T72B there. Actually, let's keep it there, BTR 70 here as well. M8, okay, so he's playing Soviet himself, how interesting. Ooh, I want to get it. Oh, he's turned off. He turned off his gun. Please. Okay. Oh, that's a tonk. 2 tonks. T64BM, interesting. Oh, he one shot? Oh no, I think I was damaged actually. I think I was already damaged. Ooh, get side shot. Let's get a Jurgen next. God. Jurgen. I was retreating. What am I gonna do with my Jurgen then? Fine, let's just use the rest of the star over there. Don't have anything else to use it on. We don't have any healer hunters. Let's get around Tunguska M here. Could be nice. We're not gonna get it, this Tunguska, unfortunately. Yes. Impety. For some reason I didn't fire at. And fire again. Nice, that's a dead BMPT. There's a Guru there. No, go back. The supply truck. It's some BTRTs. Completely forgot about these. Supply trucks. And BTRT, maybe we can assault the town with that. Scratches. Which one? This one's at full HP, okay. Don't want to be too aggressive here. Here come the helicopters. It's got an OSI, could be nice. Don't forget they have very large size, so they should be rather easy to hit. Of course we miss. Again. Okay, no, that's not cool. How the fuck did he get there? What the hell? Did he drive down there? Really? Really? Why you have to do this? Why you have to? Okay, I mean I'm not much better here, but this is annoying. It's just annoying, that's all. Wow. Okay, dude. Now where the fuck is this squad? There it is. It's a Smirch. Oh, it's a Jurgen actually. That one at that. Jesus Christ. I think I might have killed the CV. I'm not sure. Oh my god, dude. Again, I'm not much better. I'm doing some cancer stuff here as well, but just can you get rid of this? This is just, oh my god. No. Jesus Christ. Those are his VMs. Let's get some. Let's get a BU here going and a mortar. This is just ridiculous. What's happening here? This is a clown fiesta. This is a fucking clown fiesta, dude. Can you? No, they're still. I'm pretty sure they're still alive. Are they still alive? Ay. Need a new scout here. What's this? It's an ASF, yeah, it's a PD. Oh, very cool. Very cool smoke micro ras. Okay then. This there. Did he just... I don't even know how he got there. Whatever. I just try to get this back instead. K-29, so it's infantry CV in there. VP. What's getting fired at now? What's that? It's 27M! And the fact that it's not damaged is really bad, because it means it's gonna be out pretty soon again. Oh my god, it's just bad. Oh, I hate it. What just got fired? Okay, this did. What are my ASOS? Okay. Oh Christ, you know this is going on again with all those fucking MTVs and that jazz. Okay, you killed the MTV thing or whatever that was. The is he really? Well, whatever, it's empty anyways. Let's go for it. Let's. Okay, no, he's baiting. He's baiting. He killed my supply truck. Yikes. You know what? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Keep you there. And let's get like one of you there. I did not kill it. Alright, I killed one of his healers without losing anything though, that's cool. Get like another MTV here. move the Conquer Sam into this again. Gee, let's try something else. A few circling again so we can spot planes earlier, since we have no... Actually, we have the Tangaska here for spotting, but it's obviously not a whole lot. We have Siddhar's VP here, so maybe we can make some use of that. Okay. What a weird start. What a weird start. Let's keep smoking here. Move you up and repair this T-72B. You're dead. Oh god, or maybe you're not dead. 27M. Right, what you can do, what you do, we can do as well. Oh, Christ. Right, he has a Tunguska there, which is actually kind of annoying. I think he transports Fagots in that. Or might, possibly. Oh no, he doesn't. $27. Oh, that's a PD. It's 2 PDs, I think. Oh, I said, yeah, that's 2 PDs. We should resupply you. I could have sworn he just fired with the zero gun. It's a 25T, okay. I see. I see what's going on here. Ooh, what is he doing? What is he doing? It was a big fuck up on my part. I could buy a seed next time. There's a 25T. Oh, motor is empty again, but I bought a new one. It's got like a double stack of Osa AKs in here. Oh, I think I just got it. I think I just got a zero again. Probably have this. No, it's not turned on. He has the K52. Let's not forget about that. He spots this. But we killed both of his zero guns, which is great. I don't think I have to tell you that. Get you in here. Let's get you back here before you. 21%. Okay, never mind. 0% chance. 14% chance. Would have been too good. Would have been too good. Too good to be true, in fact.
Хороший разведчик, мертвый разведчик.
27M again. And get into cover, get into cover. Ugh, please! Why? Oh, come on, dude, you were just... This was preventable. If I just waited for the smoke. Right. Even if he splits, we should be fine. Because he has nothing else here. I was too. He one-shots me with. Oh my god, you've gotta be kidding me. He one-shots me. He one-shots me. No. Why? Why? This guy is heavy. Screw it. This is outrageous. It's unfair. And there's a 25T again. I dealt some damage to it.
Экипаж приветствует вас на борту. Разведчики готовы, сэр.
Probably still gonna die here, yeah.
Как говорится, хороший разведчик, мертвый разведчик. Кто такси заказывал?
Oh, yes, let's get the Akula actually. I forgot about you. Should have done. Yeah, I wanted to get it, but then I lost the BU. I wanted to get it much earlier. Should maybe try to apply some more pressure on this side actually. Get a mortar. Don't forget our T-72B. Keep you in the back here, so if he hasn't spotted it yet, it can Can be a bit of a surprise for him. Nasty, nasty little surprise.
Как говорится, хороший разведчик.
Let's get a VDV squad for the vampire. Get a CV in one game or get it. I get greedy all the time. I know. but killing his Tunguska is also bad for him. For one, it slows him down, which is good. Because I think in the long run, I'm currently, I don't know. He still has his 2 VMs. Still has his 27M and his 25T. So I think just slowing him down, forcing him to buy more AA. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna see if I can do a push into Gregory to annoy him a bit. Let's get you a bit back. We want to smoke this off because I don't know what kind of ATGMs he might have in there. I think we're gonna keep the more skies here and only move up with Saperi and our fire support in terms of... Ooh, what do I spy with my little eye? I think he's moving it sideways now. Don't have any eyes here. What's it? Oh, he has mortars. Since when does he have mortars? Oh, thanks for the smoke, actually. Okay, that's not good. We do not like this. Okay, I think we have to wait until he's... Until the 25T is out. It's too much of a danger for any potential push down there. Oh, he's pushing himself. Oh, good that we waited with the Jurgen. It's not fully reloaded yet. Fuck. Let's move you over. Let's get some more viewers, get some more view, and let's get another T-72B. Juke in and out, so he can't keep line of sight like that in theory, but he still has line of sight for some reason. Very accurate, very well motor strike by him. One shot is 27M? No. Would have been nice though. He still has the K52, of course. Huh? Come on, Raz. Use your brain. Also split the cell. Whoa, I guess not. Okay, move you over because there's BMs now. Oh, you're still out in the open, out in the air. Did I just seriously hit one damage one and then the next missile got... There we go, okay, I killed one. Get some more views, get some more scratchets. No, you're out of vampire shots. It's bad, it's bad. Wait, did he just kill my thing with fucking mortar rounds? Are you fucking serious? Tunguska, 45%. You're too inaccurate. You're too inaccurate. Ugh. Guess we'll have to get a tank CV next. Oh, he hits me. At least that didn't work, and at least his PD didn't kill me. I think this guy's panicked. Still did a good amount of damage though. He's still adding conquest points, so we need a CV. Let's get a tank CV. It's still 10 minutes left, so the speed is not gonna be too big of a deal. I think this might be the second 25T since no way the current one is... Did he crash? No, okay. I think he crashed recently, which doesn't happen often nowadays with Wargame. Oh, that shit hit to the side. Base Osas, dude. More like based Osas. Am I right, boys? Oh, baby. Oh, baby, the double tap. Should turn you on, right? Oh, you are still on. Come on. Do it again. Do it again. Yes! No more 25 Ts. Only 27M left. It's still cancer, but at least no more 25 Ts. Oh, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of VDVs. Please tell me you reloaded. Oh, no. You're damaged, but I think I have to still use you. No, let's get a second year again, I think. Right? Yeah, screw it, let's do it. Let's get a second year again. Need supply trucks. Based and no, more like based and red 4 pilled. Ha. No more 27M. No more 25T, no more 27M. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, we need reinforcements. Get these, they're cheaper. Now he's desperate, attacking with those motor striker there. K50 versus K52. Oh, he got... Oh, this crash it! Epic. Very epic. Let's get another Osa before he heal rushes me or something. Oh, Tunguska. You did, you did. That's a oh, that's a BRDM CV. Let's move down there and attack down there. Need to repair you though. Get some BT radias as well. That enthusiasm and emotion as if Res is commentating an F1 start. I guess there's no point in fine, let's... You know what, let's get some of these for you. It's this the MTLBVs, nothing more. Okay, we can't let him tick there though. So we will probably also get a CV very soon. Okay, I was gonna say they all missed, but no, one of them hit.
К вашим услугам, сэр. Выкладывайте. Как прикажете, сэр?
I wanted to move a CV in there. Cheeky.
Дайте нам карту. Выкладывайте. Какие будут приказания, сэр?
Let's move you here. I wanna see if helicopters are.
Все всегда решает пехота и их ружья. Все всегда решает пехота и их ружья.
Actually, don't have a lot of A here. Actually, I have you and I have you. Let's get some more Osas here as well. But that's a tank. That's a TADUM or UK maybe. Maybe it's a UK actually. Interesting. VDV and MTVs.
Это наше небо.
It is a UK indeed.
Ждем новых приказаний, сэр. Готовы выдвигаться, сэр. Вы со мной говорите? Повеселимся. Баллоны полны, шампайники прочищены. Нам что-нибудь сжечь, сэр.
Get a UK. Did you see that curve? Jesus. Yeah, we made Putin in the USSR mirror match. Jesus Christ. I can't believe it. I did not kill a space CV with a VTR 80A. We have to watch the replay though. I have to see how he got the screw into my spawn. It has to be from my left side, right? Yeah, it has to be. That was also the BTR 90 that we killed later on. Those Osas though. Oh, AK, yeah, AK killed the other one. Where's the Osa that killed the? Look. Oh my god! What a god! Putin losing to harassment. That's what this game has become. Hey, come on. Putin doesn't have like a 99% win rate against me. Okay, it's not that bad. However, Putin losing to harassment in the USSR mirror match. That is very lol. Okay. Let me catch up with the chat. I didn't catch everything. Two CVs would have been enough. Get CV Ras money. Yeah, I'll show replay in just a sec. Losing those 25 Ts. Yes and no. I think he also lost the 25 Ts very late. I don't think losing the 25 Ts already lost him the game. I think he was already in a bad position, but I think they made sure that he couldn't come back. You know, they made any comeback basically impossible. Before that, he definitely could have come back, but I wouldn't say I lost before neither. I think it would have been very close if I hadn't killed his 25 Ts. But killing them and the 27M, in the end, he just got too aggressive. I think he got a bit tilted and got a bit too aggressive, too greedy, trying to come back. And that led to even more losses on his side. My Eurogun killed a T64BM. Amazing. Akula killing the K52. Hey, balance. I don't think your MR28 can do that, can it? Yeah, it has rocket pods. Oh, it has 10 rockets. Ooh, you can maybe kill one infantry squad if you're lucky. Oh, there's an okay ejection seat. Okay, I'll give you that. Oh, he runs crash shots with his Factorias. Interesting. I like how on Bravo I basically did exactly what he did to me yesterday on his stream. If you saw it, wasn't Yakula buff to look like a longbow ripple fire? Kind of, yeah, sort of. That's what they did that in one of the later patches, where 2 missiles come out with basically no reload time in between, and then there's a bit longer reload time. It's kind of cool. K52 horribly mismicroed. He had the gun turned on, so I tried to get a seed missile off, but when I told it to like stop or something, it went with the nose up, so it couldn't fire the missile. And then shortly afterwards, Putin also turned the gun off, so there was no chance for me to kill the Tunguska, and I got just got too greedy there. How does it eject sideways? Oh, the rotors shoot off and then it ejects. Wow, it's actually pretty interesting. Imagine if when your planes like who doesn't went down, you get 1-man infantry unit with an SMG that parachutes to the ground. Dude, that's like Command and Conquer generals. Maybe other Command and Conquers as well. I don't know. When your planes have like extra veterancy, right? Then the pilots can also survive, and then get into different units and transfer that veterancy. Yeah, he must have not seen us coming, or okay, that's the BT-90 with the Spetsnaz screw. I'm very happy that I saw it on the minimap, the blue dot in my base. Nice shot. Got a side shot here as well with the T-72B on the BM. BM, I'm just not a huge fan of the BM, honestly. I prefer the B or a different tank. But with some units do this crash at some VDV combo, it's so nice, dude. It's so nice. And like VDV and Scratch Heads, T80s and BPTs, dude, I love this combination. I mean, it's not a cheap combination by any means, but it just, for these kind of engagements, it's just, there's virtually nothing that can compete with it, really. Again, it's not like, oh, for 50 points you get this package. It's like, what? That's 130, it's 190, plus 1 squad would be 230 points, and I have third squad. 270 points for this package. It's actually not too bad, not too bad. Uragan doesn't really do anything. First salvo at least. I guess it panics his Tunguska and forces him back, but yeah, it doesn't do much. Second one. Doesn't do much either. Factoria kind of annoying. Later on, there was all may have been the same Factoria that shot like so many missiles at the BTRT that I had here, and I think it missed most of them and like hit it once or twice, but didn't kill it. That VDV squad also lived so long until nearly the end, when it ran out of vampire rockets. Tail rotor destroyed, yeah. Isn't that what happened in... Okay, no clue. He's having the same issue that I had yesterday as well. Pushing into this little town, even against this little stuff, is actually a lot harder than it looks at first glance. There it is. It didn't even manage to fire a single shot out of any gun or weapon. It could have went horribly had I not noticed that. Guru got cooked. Look, given the fact that he has his Guru here, I don't feel dirty at all doing this. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. He immediately buys the CV. I spotted for a split second, turn off the fob. Okay, he gets down to, I get it down to 2 HP at least, I guess. There's a difference between BTR 90 and BTR 80A as well. BTR 90 would have killed it with the autocannon. So I want to see if he immediately turns the fob back on once he gets it. I'm actually curious about that. Getting rid of those. I should have probably immediately bought some infantry instead. But whatever. It's not like he was really able to do much. So... Still turned off. Now he does, okay. DU obviously not the best buy, especially from this side, when you don't have any control of this. Having no cover here was really bad, but I think it still kind of paid off, because just its whole presence allowed me to get into Foxtrot until it died. But of course I could have microed it a lot better and gotten a lot more value out of it. But I think in a way, maybe it wasn't worth the 175 points, but it was definitely not worthless by any means, I would say. Also forcing him to buy the 27M. Maybe good, maybe bad. Okay, that was a bit 90. I thought it was like here. Unless he moved it? No. Very defensive here. I'm also glad that I didn't go for here, because I think it would have net that death trap against the VDV 90s. I really didn't want to overextend here. But I also didn't want to move these units to the right, because that would mean that later on, and especially if he realizes it earlier as well, I would be too weak here to defend properly, so I think it was the right call. I mean, I won, but I think it was still the right call to keep the stuff here. But I guess what I could have done is maybe place the T-80s here a lot earlier and get a recon as well, then I can get some nasty side shots here, especially given that I know that his only ATGM infantry is the Factoria. At least up until the point where he had the 27M, I should have done that. Now, once he had the 27M, maybe not, because then it would have probably been too risky to keep them here when he could then suddenly pop a Guru here and then spot them, kill my T-80s, and then move his Guru back again. Also, another thing that I just realized, I'll mention it in a second once we get to the point, about the 27M run where it killed one T-64BM and died. This actually is a very important point there that I wanna talk about, but let's wait until we get there. I just realized that as well. Couldn't you have made use of amphibious vehicles on this map? Well, the only amphibious vehicles I have are Scratchet, BTR 90, BTR 80A, BTR D, and that's basically it. Here it's not needed. I just drove over the bridge here. I guess Osas. Putting Osas into this river is actually a very viable strategy, very useful, because keeping it here usually protects you well enough from any line of sight from the ground, unless they're pretty close. So that's kind of nice. Especially not necessarily against helicopters, but especially like also AKs that we have versus planes. BTR 90, or like you can sometimes very much do some amphibious stuff here. Maybe what I probably could have done is put a BTR 90 here and get some better fire support. So I'm still kind of safe from the T64BM. But overall, with the deck that I had and with the position that we were in, nothing too fancy regarding amphibious stuff here. I wish there was a variant of this map with the same cap zones, but in the middle of the left and right that lets you spawn units. Also, it spawns on here and spawns on there. Maybe, but I think the one problem is, especially with these asymmetric maps, I think they are obviously already unbalanced by definition, right? But I think getting side spawns makes it even harder to balance these maps, unless they're already designed around that. What I wish was that like every map, let's take Battlefield for example, every map had like maybe a dozen, maybe half a dozen, I don't know, slight variations of each other. The zones basically stay the same for the most part, but let's say one variation has a town here instead and a forest here or something, or let's say the forest here is a lot thinner and stuff like that, you know, just some small variations that keep it somewhat fresh, but you know, but I'm just drifting off. Factoria missed 6 times on a scratch it here, I believe. Also, they were spotted for a long time and I didn't realize. Base Osa usually is good. Base Osa is usually as inconsistent as it is here. But it can just be like a from 0 to hero kind of unit, yes. But it can also just miss 10 times in a row, even against large helicopters, you know? It's just very inconsistent. But I like it still. It's only 30 points, it has a lot of range and 7 HE. It is a good unit. But you will also curse a lot when they just keep missing and missing and missing. So they're the kind of unit that you don't want to rely on, but they can still fill out your AA net, you know? That's the kind of unit it is. But I wouldn't just purely rely on something like this for your anti-helicopter defense. Here's the Factoria that, like, I remember like hearing when I was like here microing and such. I remember always hearing on my left ear like the sound of an ATGM just hitting the ground, and I was like always, what is going on? What is going on? Until I realized that the Factoria kept shooting at the BTRT. That the big issue with Red Dragon is that it lacks modern community. I wouldn't say that it lacks a modern community. I think the issue is rather that it is usually not very easy to. I guess it's easy to install mods, but I think the big issue is that it is very inconvenient for the most part to switch between mods. There's no in-game mod thing. If there was an option to just turn mods on within the game without having to restart a game, without having to change files, etc., I think mods would be a lot more popular. I mean, I think this is probably kind of obvious. Or maybe more, was a rather active modding community. It's just that modding from the get-go, while the devs never really did anything against modding, in fact they kind of encouraged it. Everything regarding with mods was done by the community. The only thing that Eugen did was basically create a modding section in the forums. They didn't give any tools. etc., etc. The tools, the main modding tools, I think what started it all was developed by Anoka, one dude, and I think Eugen themselves said that if they had, that's from what I got told. I don't know how true this is. Maybe the number got increased over time, but Eugen supposedly said themselves that had they developed that tool themselves, it would have cost them something like 10,000 euros, But basically, it all started with effectively one dude building the modding suit, and yeah, everything was done purely, as far as I know, from the community. But it has to be said that Eugen also basically encouraged it, while they didn't actively support it. They also never stopped or did anything to stop them from modding. So that's kind of nice, at least. How much availability on OSA? I think it's like 7 upvetted or something in USSR. I think the base availability might be like 8 down, 6 upvetted. Or maybe it's 10 down and 7 upvetted. I don't know off the top of my head. You get plenty. You get plenty though. Right. Okay, this is not a 27M strike just yet. Jurgen kind of stopped me here. Oh, this is where I snapped the Jurgen. It was also very, very crucial. They could have given us the ALB maps. Yeah, I think you were like very active regards to that, right? I think one of the issues was just the fact that terrain worked completely differently. Or, I don't know, completely differently, but the fact that vehicles, etc., could like more actively drive up slopes, and then there's water, amphibious stuff, etc., etc. The other issue is just also how well would have ALB maps worked here. Like, I think ALB obviously plays very differently. For example, just simply the fact that infantry gets damage reduction in forest, and infantry is significantly more deadly in general to vehicles in forests, is such a big deal. And you have more accurate. I don't know if you have more accurate ATGMs actually. Tau 2 was already very, very strong in ALB, but yeah, here it was in cover for just a second, and then it moved out of cover, and then I think it was at this, like down here, it was uncovered and moved a tiny bit forward where the crew could spot it, and I guess the crew also moved up then. I should have waited for the smoke. Oh yeah, veterancy and damage scaling, right. I don't know if it was the veterancy or if it was the unit training. I think it was veterancy that gave units extra damage, right? I remember in very early Dragon, I don't know if it was beta or already when it was released, where SAS were just one-shotting planes because of the veterancy or training, either of those. I think it was veterancy, just one-shotting planes. It was pretty ridiculous. So there were a lot of mechanic changes. Some of those obviously are basically, doesn't matter on what kind of maps, but wow, did I not kill the PD? But I assume that some mechanic changes would have led to a completely different playstyle as well, given the maps. Anyway, so here. So as you might or might not know, if the enemy targets your 2 stack of tanks or any ground vehicles, it technically works with any units, but it's obviously the most noticeable on planes with their specific movement, and they can't stand still for obvious reasons. If you tell your ATGM plane to, let's say, right-click, attack those T-64BMs, it'll fly towards them. If your opponent, after you told your 27M or any plane to attack them, if your opponent then splits this stack, your plane gets its attack order removed and instead will just start circling around again. I'm probably not gonna play anymore. I was only gonna do a short stream. You fucking fucked up my thought. if Putin would split his T-64BMs here, had I given a right-click attack order on a T-64BM, which I didn't, then my 27M would just start circling, right? And there are some timings, especially if you do it like, I don't know, when my 27M is, let's say, here, and split them, the 27M will then just start strafing to the left or something, and if I want my 27M to attack again, it would have to make a much bigger circle, etc. You're probably already aware of this, but some might not, so that's why I'm repeating this. Anyways, so that is why I don't give a right-click attack order on this, because if I just give a move order, then a 27M will obviously shoot at the very first ground target that is in range, being those T64 BMs. However, there's one issue. As you might or might not know, usually planes like the 27M or the Hornet, for the most part, can get 2 salvos off to a 2-stack of vehicles, right? If you right-click an enemy vehicle, a 2-stack, it'll dive them, like start going into a dive, shoot the first salvo, and then the second salvo just before it starts going up again. Here's the issue. Since I told my 27M to not right-click on them, to attack at the T64 BMs directly, but move, it doesn't do the dive. Meaning it doesn't have the time to get a second salvo off before it's out of range again, right? So here, it's just barely, you can see the angle just doesn't work. If I had right-clicked on the T64 BMs, I would have dove down, got the first salvo off, and since I'm going down, of course, I have less horizontal movement, in a way, if you get what I mean, and get a second salvo off. However, if I do that, then I run into the risk of him splitting his tanks, so this is just something that I just realized, is that I wanna mention for people saying that splitting is, for one, not broken, but also two, has just an easy work around mechanic. I understand that 95% of you or something maybe don't even care or don't understand what I'm talking about, but this is actually, to me, a kind of a big deal. Well, kind of a big deal is maybe an exaggeration, but a very stupid thing in Wargame. Alright. Like I said before, I'm surprised to see him use mortars, especially the Nona. And okay, that explains why he was so accurate with this. He has upweighted Nonas. Nonas already have a very, very high accuracy. Nonas are one of the few mortars that are basically not standardized, in the sense that they are a lot more accurate than any other 5HE mortar, except I believe for the French wheat mortar. Like the German, both of the German 5HE mortars, the Czech one, the Chinese and the North Korean ones, and I don't know if there are more. They all have the same accuracy, the same range, the same rate of fire. But the Nonas, both of them, as well as obviously the Amos, but it's a different thing, as well as the French wheel one, are quite a bit more accurate. But they also cost more and carry less ammo. But that explains why his strike on the Tunguska was so accurate and with instantly stunning it, and why he also was so why he killed the BRDM2 so quickly. Almost as accurate as Hugo Rocket Arty. Oh god, that Plummen near minimum range is just so ridiculously accurate. It's crazy. It's not more cancer than ATGM planes. Yes, no, I disagree, because against ATGM planes you can actually do something. That is, I agree that ATGM planes are a bit too strong. And in general planes, but most notably I think ATGM planes. They are... What I don't like is that they basically require little to no skill for the most part. 25T is a bit of an exception, because, of course it has 2 armor, but it actually does take a bit of skill. But like, for the most part, ATGM planes are just right-click on the enemy and that's it. And it's, yeah, that is very stupid. But I don't think that the splitting mechanic is a viable or legitimate answer or counter or whatever you want to call it to that. I still think it's basically an exploit. You could argue that some people argue that smoke is the same thing, but I think smoke isn't, because smoke works basically consistent with what it's supposed to do. If before smoke meta was a thing, you ask someone, if I put a smoke wall in front of my tank, should the enemy still have line of sight on it? And most people would say, well, no, because it blocks line of sight, right? If you ask someone, hey, if the enemy flies towards my 2 stack of tanks and I split the tanks, should the planes just stop flying towards it? And people say no, you know? Right clicking versus all the micro to smoke. I agree, it's not quote unquote fair. But I still don't think that that's a good argument to split your tanks. Fucking chats, dude. These I should have checked their accuracy. I guess I can check on the 25T that's coming in now. 39%, and that's already at veteran, so it had a bit less before. I hit it actually just before it died. And then again. So that first missile was a side shot, it was 7 HE. Then it has 2 armor, the base also has 7 HE. 2 armor reduces it to by 60%, so it's a 0.4 multiplier, so 2.7, 9.3 damage. So at this point it had 0.7 HP. And boop, there it's dead. Without a threat of ITGM planes, the super heavy meta is just too dominant. I kind of agree. It's not as big of a deal in 1 versus 1s or even smaller team games. But super heavies are incredibly dominant, especially in team games, yes. Funnily enough, smoke is also a way to deal with those super heavies if you don't have your own, while it's also a way of protecting them against planes. But I also find it, well, at least in higher, and I think in lower skill games, without trying to say anything like good, super heavies are probably a lot stronger. I think in higher skill games it's significantly harder to keep them alive, even if the enemy doesn't use planes. Like they take more skill to use, but they are ridiculously important. In team games you always want players with super heavies. Again, outside of maybe, I guess on something like D-Day or something it doesn't really matter as much, but on most maps you definitely want. Would right-clicking with a shift move avoid the splitting effect? No, I don't believe so. Because even then, what then happens, if there's any unit, let's say I attack those empty LPVs, right, with the plane, and assume, which I'm not certain, but I believe it doesn't work, and then give a shift and move right behind them to, like, let's say keep the direction, right? If he then splits them, the scratches here in front of me will be the first thing in line of sight, so I will shoot the scratch at. So it wouldn't be it wouldn't solve anything. It would possibly, if it works, I don't know for certain, it would then, of course, kind of help against the T-64BM situation where there was nothing really around them that I could shoot at instead of the BMs, but still it doesn't really solve the issue. TV guided bombs like F-111 are dumb. Meaning? Don't know what you want to say with that. Oh, Putin really wanted that rematch. I'm sorry, Putin, but I only want to do a short stream today. What was it? Yeah, okay, at first I thought it was a BRDM too. I only saw the CV symbol, so I thought it's a BRDM. And then towards the end, I'm surprised I never really got that CV yet. I might have not even damaged it, I don't know. But he also could have just repaired it. And the Akula. Oh, hold up. Any reason you guys don't do private purgatories anymore? Honestly, it's one of the things is just that Fireside is very, very busy. Bam, that curvature. yeah, it was possibly the. It might have been the first time, or at least the only game that I remember where a winner uses a mirror match against him. But then again, I think we only had 2 mirror matches that I remember. One was on Punch Bowl. Okay, so I get 11 downweighted, 8 upweighted, so I think the base availability is 10-7 if I'm not wrong. Let's check this. $10-7, yeah, it's base availability. It's pretty decent. Alright, like I said, it's only a short stream today. Hold up, where's my USSR deck again? SU-122 was basically kind of unnecessary. Maybe I should replace that, but I don't know with what. On paper, this is actually kind of interesting, but it's just so inconsistent, and it has to reload for 5 seconds after each individual missile, which is pretty annoying. This used to be kind of meta, but it also only has 6 RPM for its HE gun, which is pretty stupid. If it had 8 for both, it would be fine. It used to be 10 points. I think it used to be 10 points with 6 RPM on both. And then they nerfed it to 15, but only buffed the kinetic gun, I think. BMP3... I guess BMP3 if instead of the Sturm, yes, but even then BMP3 is just kind of... It's not... I don't know, it's not that useful anymore. At least not in 1 versus 1s, I feel. It's kind of niche and pretty expensive for what it does. Torso 1. I think Tors is obviously still incredibly strong, but I feel like the Jurgen is more versatile. Salo, you're right. Salo is kind of cool. Honestly, I'm just gonna... I don't know when I'll play it next, but Salo is honestly kind of cool. It's pretty nice. 2 front armor is a bit iffy against autocannons. I got so excited I showed my mom. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop now. Buratino is good for 1 versus 1, but like every heavy artillery piece, you... okay, let me put it this way. The thing with the Eurogun, with 1, of course, it's expensive, like Smerch, Eurogun, etc. They're all expensive, so you have to roughly know what you're doing, or like, and when to buy it. You have to, experience with that and find the right moment. But one other thing is that Jurgen and Smerch, but especially the Jurgen, which is probably its most direct contender, if you want to call it, once it spawns, you can immediately fire with it, right? With the Buratino, you have to wait for it until it's near the front line, which is a big deal. And of course, it being so close near the front line means it's easier to lose for the most part, Enemy sneaks a screw to the side, and then ATGM snipes it, etc., etc. Third thing is you only get 1. Fourth thing is, the other issue of it being near the front line is, if you suddenly need to use it on another front line, then you have to first move it as well, right? So I think for 1 versus 1s, the Jurgen is most of the time the better option. If you know what map you're playing on, or there are other things like your opponent is always going to push just this one side, sure, the Buratino can and most likely will be better, but on average, I think the Jurgen is better. Team games is usually a bit of a different deal, but in 1 versus 1s, I would personally most of the time, if not always, just use the Jurgen instead. But of course, the Buratino has its own advantages, right? It deals a lot more damage. It can actually kill stuff a lot more consistent, and you need like 5 or 6 rockets only to actually just stun basically a whole assault, right? So if you are good at microing it, you can I wouldn't say shut down, but really make an assault onto a frontline incredibly difficult for your opponent. Whereas using the Jurgen defensively can be a bit more iffy. Downside of the Salo is the ammo. Yes, but honestly, I think it's pretty rare that you get to use all 20 rounds of it. And yeah, like Integer said, the medium optics are pretty nice. I don't know, yeah. OSA and OSA AK redundant? No. OSA AK is basically pure anti-plane, OSA is basically pure anti-helo. If you look at the ranges, the base also has much higher range against helicopters. I can take a quick look at your deck, yeah. I guess I can do this at the end of basically every stream now, so if you wanna, for some reason, want my opinion on a deck, just post the deck code and I can take a quick look and give my opinion. So power tap feels AA heavy. Yes, I could probably do with only 2 cards, since I have to scratch it. But I like the versatility as well. Especially since I only run, I guess if you want to call it 1.5 ASFs, and the yak can be a bit inconsistent at times. And I guess if I deleted one AA support unit and then the second vehicle tab, I could get a 5th plane, which would be possibly better. But I feel like the versatility of having a cheap, fast anti-helo unit, a cheap, fast playing unit, and then the Tunguska as like the all-round heavy thing. It works well, at least so far. No. Review the deck I've been maining lately. I hope this is a joke, because I mean, in a joke in a sense that you hopefully know that North Korea is pretty bad. This gotta be a joke, right? I don't mean to offend you, but unless you're more or less new to the game, I'm not sure. This could very much also be just a troll deck. First of all, if you don't know, North Korea is obviously basically the worst nation. Maybe not. Actually, I might say for 1v1s, maybe there might be some worse decks. You're serious? Okay. First of all, don't use CV helicopters. They're bad. You can't hide them. And when they fly into the zone, they're also easy to kill. Just don't use them, period. Use supplied trucks, not helicopters. They're much easier to get to the front line. And they're more point efficient. Support up is not too bad, but I would definitely get at least a card of Bo Chong-Su in something like the PTR 50 PK for some spam. You usually want some kind of spam or affordable infantry, especially since your shotgun elite infantry isn't too great. Mostly okay. BM24 is just bad. It is just horrible. 1 HE napalm artillery is useless. Tokchon is kind of a meme artillery that I guess you can use. Coxon is a decent option if you want to snipe. Most of the time you also want a mortar, but if you're new or not that great, mortar for smoke is probably, it's gonna be not gonna know when and how to use it most likely. But at the same time, if you want to get better, you should also get to know how to use smoke, and for that you always want mortars. Downmet your T90S. First of all, you're North Korea, so you get a 50% availability bonus, meaning you get 3 instead of 2. Rest looks okay. You're very light on recon, but then again, you don't have a lot of choice. They're okay. Personally, I prefer them in the BTR 60P or PB, but because for one, you don't buy a lot, you don't get a lot, so the 5 extra points isn't a big deal. 2, it's not just the HP and the armor and the armament, but the 5-point trucks are incredibly slow off-road. Not only 50 versus 80, they actually have a bigger speed penalty in forests than other wheeled transports. There's something that the game doesn't tell you, but I'll told you now. And then you usually want some kind of cheap fighting recon. You can use the BRDM2, BTR-40A, PT-76. They're also decent options, but it's just that North Korea doesn't have anything too amazing. Don't use this at all. Most cheap ATGM vehicles are absolute dog shit, and the other issue is that minute capis are just very slow. This is actually fine. You can use the SE100 for some cheap fire support. It's not amazing, but it's workable. Don't bother with these kind of ATGMs. Only have units with ATGMs if they basically come for free, which is mostly just on the Yugoslav PvP, so don't bother with this. Same with this. HGS-17 is actually kind of okay, but you mainly want the Hind. The Hind is just very good. These two are fine. F7B. You upvoted it, which is good. I guess it can actually be an alright Hilo Hunter. I haven't used it, but it looks okay. Only has 2 missiles, but you get plenty of them, and they're 50 points. It's actually it's alright. And not rocket bot plane, not the worst. Can also use this, which has more rockets, and yeah, you don't need to upvote this actually. If you want, since it's so cheap, you might as well get a few of them, and then you can delete like a AGS 17 and get a 5th plane, which would probably be the B5, or alternatively. Make 23 ml. Yeah, it's a very fast thing, so it's just very quickly going through it. Okay, another one, another deck, Dave. Looks solid, solid. Personally, I prefer them in a wheel transport because sometimes you need to have your heavy anti-tank to be pretty fast. I hope you don't hear the dog barking in the background. You want them to be fast, and you don't want to rely on purely on the air recoils for some fast AT, because you also want them for more dedicated jobs that they cannot fill. And since they're 25 points, the extra 5 points for an XA isn't too big of an issue. Or actually get them in a KT, which is a very popular and very solid option, especially since we have 1 KT card left. So I would personally definitely do that. Or if you want them, if you don't mind them being tracked or wheeled, you can also get them in a BMP1. For 5 points more, it's definitely worth the price. I wouldn't take them in a BMP2 personally, because then they're 45 points, which is pretty expensive given the fact that they're also slow. A Spike may be also considered in wheel transport, but not too big of a deal. If this is 1 versus 1, then this tank tab can work. Personally, I prefer a mod, but if it's 1 versus 1, you can definitely play with these 2 tank cards. It's certainly workable. Maybe downward the M2 Wilk or the M1 Wilk, depending on how good you are at tank macro, but it's not that many tanks, and in a very long games you can maybe run out of tanks. So consider downwetting one. Personally, I think I would downwet even both, but you get a 10% availability bonus, so you get 7 upwetted instead of 6, which is nice. Support is okay. I'm actually trying this out in my ECM block deck myself, but I haven't used it yet, so I can't comment on how good this is. But on paper, it doesn't look all too bad, personally. But it looks fine. Most people like to use the OSAs as well. But oh yeah, you should probably put this in. It's a very good unit. I think I'm on this. That speak for itself. It's obviously a bit expensive for mostly, or like for a unit that doesn't have too much range against helicopter planes, but it's non-radar, 65% accuracy, and still, except for like the Neva, no unit has this much range versus planes, except for like Neva and the infrared hawks, which is pretty nice. It's fine, and yeah, this is also fine. Yeah, but very solid deck, obviously. Also use the Finnish transport, because supply truck, that one is actually objectively better, since the Polish supply truck actually turns faster, slower than any other 50-point supply trucks. It's for some reason has a different movement stat that makes it turn around slower than any other 15-point supply truck. It doesn't really matter a lot most of the time, but it's just objectively worse. Balance. 4v4 deck. All right. Jesus Christ! I wanted to stop streaming for a while ago already. This looks fine. I guess you don't get it. And I would probably use the more expensive supply helo. Supply helos are already very cost inefficient, but the more expensive you get, the more efficient they become. So I would probably get that one instead. 2 cards of reserves is very interesting. I mean, if you want reserves, okay, that's fine. But then I would definitely still get rid of these and put in a card of the Dragoner in this 5-pointer. For one, they can already act as your bullet sponges, so you could also just run 2 cards of these. But 2, they're just also very efficient grinders as well for forests. They have MG3s, they are 10 points, and they have a strong 5-point transport. So that is very useful. And like I said, given the fact they're only 15 points and have a 2 armor transport, they can act as meat shields as well. So you could either run 2 cards of these if you want a lot of meat shields, which would honestly most of the time be better, or at least 1 card, I would suggest. But while I personally don't use reservists very often, just having 37 card units of this for 10 points with 10 HP infantry plus a transport, if you want it, that's fine. But I think two cards of reserves is just way too much. You go very, very heavy on AA. For one, the Amos, it just eats supply like nothing. I hope you are aware of that. iHog and Nasams basically feel the same thing. I mean, yes, Nasams is a wheel, so if this is your opener AA, okay. But both of these is just overkill. Then in theory, you only really need the automatic. It kills everything. But if you want something more long range or a missile, then I guess Nasams or Hog is fine. But you're very heavy on AA. Given the fact this is 4 versus 4, you don't really need cheap AA. I think having the LVKV on top of all this is just a bit overkill. One of these 3 should probably just get removed. What you could then put in is a beacon, which it's honestly a crime that you don't have this. What I would do, in my opinion, is probably ditch. I don't know about the LVKV, but let's just say ditch the LVKV, put in the beacon, and replace the Amos with a normal mortar. Like this one. This is what I always do. The beacon can basically just kill anything, and the normal mortar you can just use for smoke, or maybe mortar like some AGM squad in a bush or something. It can still do very well. And then just don't bother resupplying them. So if they run out, just buy a new one. You have 7 of them, that's plenty. And the beacon just can't drain its fob. It's just, when it comes to killing power, it's a lot more consistent than the Amos, and probably, if you pay attention, also more supply efficient, if I had to guess. It's just honestly a crime not to run the beacon in a 4v4 Scandi deck. Tank type is fine. The 103D, it can really do a lot of work, but it can also really get shit on. It's obviously a very special tank, so if you don't want to bother with having no turret and no stabilizer, I can understand. But at the same time, it can also just kill so much shit. I just like how it can just turn the gun sideways through the fucking fence thingy. But 1-1-0 is kind of an interesting tank. Quite a good amount of AP for the 4-5 points. I like it, honestly. You can also use the Centurion if you want some very cheap fire support. Or like, not very cheap, but it's cheap. And it's pretty sturdy. Has a heavy MG as well, which is useful. Recon. Honestly, don't use this. It's just not good. The problem with these exceptional optics vehicles is that, yes, they can spot further into the forest or spot stuff in forests from further away than a normal recon, but they only have medium stealth as well. So while they can spot deeper into forests than Fallskärmsjägare, you also can't get them as far up. So most of the time, they're at best just as good as recon infantry. And most of the time probably worse. And yeah, once they get spotted, they're basically dead. They can't defend themselves. And yeah, just do yourself a favor and don't use that thing. Something that's always useful, but maybe if you're playing 4 versus 4, your team games have that covered. And something like this, just Suicide Scout in the opener or around the flank, just to get a quick glance on what's going on and a general idea where you're getting pushed at. Jäger, or on Jäger 90 specifically as well. Also very solid options if you want something for sneaking around that can also do a lot of damage. Wildcat is a very good option for some cheap fighting scouts, so it's the M41DK or the M41A1, although here not the autonomy. But I guess since you're playing 4 versus 4, you're probably not relying as much on recon vehicles, so you mostly just need for pure spotting. In one versus ones, would obviously be a bit different. Vehicle type is fine. I like running Defending Tau 2. The nice thing about Defending Tau 2 is it's very fast. It's very small, meaning it's for 1 hard to hit and 2 accelerates pretty fast as well. And it actually has 6 HP, which is pretty nice, so that air recoils and LSTR and 5 HP AA can't one-shot it, so kind of underrated. It is probably a lot harder to use in 4 vs 4s, but it's probably still worth running. Air type isn't too bad. Definitely up with the F-16. Yes, it's a 4 vs 4, so you probably need planes more, but just up with it. Do yourself a favor. You get a lot more value out of those. I personally would still up with it, but since it's 4 vs 4 and it has no stealth and only 30% ECM, it's rather slow. There's a chance that it'll die very quickly anyway, so you might need 3 of them. So I guess for that it's fine. Everything else, Fighting Falcon is fine. Block 5 is good. They're just not the most survivable planes. MLU is obviously a very strong option. But then, if you want it as a 5th, you'd probably need to, let's say, remove tank and remove a vehicle out of these. And then you could get an MLU as well. Or Supply Helo, which is honestly not the greatest. Supply Helos are just not the best unit to use anyways. Wildcat is a must. I kind of agree, but in 4 vs 4s, these fighting vehicles, recon vehicles, are just not nearly as important or necessary as they are in smaller games. So you can definitely run away, but it's certainly, if you want a fighting recon, that is like Dirty Set, basically your best choice. And yeah. Opinion on 2-man squads. I love sneaking them through bushes into obscenely forward scouting positions. Yes, they're amazing. Pretty underrated, honestly. That's what they're good at, or just sneaking around the map. They're fast as well most of the times. Actually, they're all 30 kmh. Even the Canadian Recce squad, even though it's only shock. So they're really great for that. Sneaking into enemy spawn, spotting for your artillery. I'm okay. Just a quick glance. Just a quick glance. Very quick. Nord Moto is gonna be a tough deck for you to play. Don't use Rifleman 90 Humvee. Rely on Canadian Airborne and Canadian Airborne 85. You don't need a Kiowa as well. Put something in like an LAV or another Ranger squad in a ground transport. You probably will need another card of ASF since you will rely on your planes and helicopters a lot, so or at least get the F-16A Block 52 that is more card or stronger per card. You don't need the Apache since you have the longbow as well. And you have Thunderbolt and Nighthawk. You might want to run the Raven or the Prowler instead, but I guess the Voodoo can also work. Alright, I already streamed for much longer than I wanted to, so only 2 games, but we also had to wait a long time at the start, and yeah, I'll probably just do these quick deck reviews, if you want to call it, near the end of the streams more often now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the game versus Putin and the very first clown game. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you next time.